Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. A man from Orangeville was jailed Thursday after authorities say that multiple pictures and video of child pornography was found on his phone and laptop. 42-year-old Lucas Bird was taken into custody after a search warrant was executed at his residence. According to arrest papers, a state police computer crimes unit obtained internet use records linked to Bird's account from Frontier Communications under subpoena and found computer files depicting child pornography, including files that depicted young girls under the age of 8 nude, one being sexually assaulted. During a recorded interview, Bird admitted having the material on his laptop and cell phone, as well as a thumb drive. He was arraigned on 2 counts each of felony child porn possession and criminal use of communication devices. He's now in the Columbia County Prison under $25,000 bail. A Kingston man has pleaded guilty to trafficking over 40 grams of fentanyl in Pennsylvania. According to the U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Pennsylvania, 42-year-old John Williams pleaded guilty to conspiring with 59-year-old Lee Crawford of Wilkes-Barre to distribute fentanyl in Luzerne County from July of 2020 to February of 2021. Williams faces a maximum sentence of 40 years in prison, a term of supervised release, and a fine. Charges against Crawford are still pending. After many years of discussion and planning, the Luzerne County Arts and Entertainment Hall of Fame is closer to becoming reality. The announcement was made yesterday in the lobby of the F.M. Kirby Center in Wilkes-Barre. Now organizers are looking for nominations for the first class of inductees they expect in the spring of 2023. The nominees may be Luzerne County natives or those who have made their mark in Luzerne County in categories such as music, media, film, stage, television, and art. They're also looking for public input for designs for an official logo. You can find more information on the Hall of Fame's Facebook page. Coming up on WYLN News, your favorite furry friends of the week, plus it's game day. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Sunny, but we hope it's gonna be more better. So bye, sign off for the weather.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
2 Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialist, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
There's no time like the present to adopt a pet, and the SPCA of Luzerne County has more breeds, shapes, and sizes of furry friends for you to check out this week. Ready? Everyone meet Reese's. She came in as a stray with her kitten, but her kitten's been adopted. So now she would like to get adopted too. Reese's is looking for a home that will provide her love and comfort. And up next is Kibba. She's around a year old and is high energy, so she'll need to be placed in the right home. He was surrendered through no fault of his own. Kibba is a social butterfly who likes his toys and kids, although he's cautious around cats. Call 570-825-4111 to come on down and check out these featured pets and so many more. You may just meet your new best friend and give them a well-deserved forever home. WYLN's all-time OT hero Marty Burns has the in-depth analysis of what's happening on and off-season across our viewing area. So here we go. Let's talk sports.
Coach, before we get to the millionaires, let's talk about this young man right here. We were talking when we were at break. Meets his average Friday night, and he's over 100 tackles, and that's in week number 9 of the high school football season. Just talk about what this man means to your defense.
What this guy means to our defense, what he means to me, means everything. This is a guy right here who didn't play football his sophomore year. So the last 2 years, he's been the heart and soul. Close to 90 tackles last year, already exceeded that this year, is everywhere on the field, has become such a vocal leader as well. Make sure we're aligned to sign correctly at all times. I love this guy right here. The plays that he's made all year, we're going to make sure he finds a home to be able to play at the next level, and he deserves any and all successes that come his way and for our team.
Now we get to Williamsport, and I'm sure he and his teammates will have to make sure they have their running shoes tied on. One of the most athletic teams you'll probably face, and we're talking about Williamsport.
Absolutely. Really, the next 2 weeks with Williamsport and Berwick in terms of athletes. Williamsport, certainly with Hennigan, with Whaley, you have Harden on the edge. I mean, there's players everywhere, and there's playmakers everywhere. Coach Pierce and his staff in their first year, they've done a really nice job. We're very familiar with Williamsport. It seems traditionally in the last decade or so, there's been a lot of really good games between Hazleton and Williamsport. We won there last year at Williamsport for the conference title, so they're going to be coming back up this year. We talk about how we have that target on our back, so to speak, and certainly they'll be focused and they'll be ready, and so will we. As I said before, we want to make it, and we've made it our mission here to protect the Den this Friday night for homecoming.
Coach, best of luck, and I hope for a win Friday night.
Thank you so much. Go Cougars.
Go Cougars.
And while we're on the topic of football, our WYLN sports crew's already at Crispin Memorial Field, gearing up to bring you our season coverage of the 2022 high school football season. Join us tonight as the Crestwood Comets make their way to Berwick to face off against the Bulldogs. Tune in at 7 tonight for your fill of Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and our WYLN sports crew, bringing you the event, not just the highlights. Sponsored by Lehigh Valley Health Network, #LVHN Athletes. No plans tonight? No problem. Got some? Better cancel them. Instead, tune in for your weekly dose of Friday Night Football and all the live local action right here on WYLN TV. Coming up on Laurel Lake's News Choice, an event in Scranton to engage the public on homelessness. Plus, our final segment of Leading the Way with Justin Behrens. And stay with us for everything else we have lined up for you later tonight on WYLN TV.
Hey, Dr. Alex here with another Feud Friday. Here to talk to you today about should I put heat or cold on it? So, I've got a pain. I can't get to the chiro or the urgent care yet. Should I put heat or cold on it? If it's your low back and the pain is shooting anywhere else, definitely no heat. Cold is great. If you've got spasms with no pain shooting anywhere else except the muscle, heat's good. Also, maybe get some sea salt or something. If you've got neck pain that's causing headaches, cold is great, but heat before bed can help. If you're not sure what to do, cold is usually safer. Don't do a ton of it though, you need to give it a break, let things heal up. Cold always reduces swelling and pain, but it can also slow healing. But heat can cause more inflammation and more nerve issues, so cold is safer. That'll help you to feel good.
Getting to the finish line starts with Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute, the region's leader in sports medicine. Our specialists use the most advanced technology for faster, better results, so elite and everyday athletes can compete like champions once again. Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute. Your health deserves a partner.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns. Join myself and head football coach at Hazleton area, Dennis Bookman, for Sports Talk, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. We'll go over the past week's game with highlights, look ahead to a future opponent, and have a special guest from the Cougar football program, just like senior quarterback Tyler Wolf. Tyler, what do you have to say to send us out?
Go Cougars.
Sports Talk every week here on WYLN, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network, Hazleton.
Welcome to Community and You, and we're going to meet Justin Behrens, and he's going to tell us about an event that he has coming up that, well, I'll let you tell them. When and what is this?
Yeah, so it's called Real Talk, and the whole purpose of Real Talk is to actually hang out in the community and talk about homelessness and encourage people to come out and talk to us that just have questions about the homeless. And so on October 25th at 10 a.m., I'll be out there in Scranton Courthouse, standing out there in their park area, and then I will last for 24 hours straight until the 26th at 10 a.m. And so I'll be there overnight, sitting out there, asking for people in the public to come out and speak to me.
And it's not the first time you've done this, though. You've just switched it up a little bit. Tell us about the previous.
So I started this about 2 years ago, and I decided I was going to do it in both cities. So I did 12 hours in Wilkes-Barre and then 12 hours in Scranton. And then I said the next year, let's just choose one location because there was a lot to pack up and move. Yeah. And so we decided to do it on the square in Wilkes-Barre. And it worked so well. There was lots of people that came. We had congressmen, we had senators, we had House of Representative people, we had mayors, we had everybody that showed up to talk about homelessness throughout the whole 24 hours. And so we wanted to make it fair, so we decided that this year we were going to put it in Scranton, and then the following year after that we'll do it in Wilkes-Barre, and we'll just keep bouncing back and forth.
And some of the people that actually turned out were people who are homeless.
So what I love about this whole thing is it's just sharing the knowledge of what homelessness is all about. And to do that, we really need to talk to those that are experiencing homelessness. And so because we're at a community area, and that's where the homeless kind of hang out and all that, and that's why the purpose we chose that, some of the homeless would sit down with us and they'd be like, "What are you doing?" And we're like, "This is real talk. We're talking about homelessness. What do you want to do?" And they would share their stories. And I mean, their stories were not just like, "Oh, I'm homeless, da 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 da." They really went in depth about why they became homeless and really put a story to the face.
And you're involved with 2 different locations. You have one in Wilkes-Barre and one in Scranton.
And that's why we chose Scranton and Wilkes-Barre. And so one of our locations is in 8 West Olive Street in Scranton, and then the other one's at 290 Parkview Circle in Wilkes-Barre. And so we really touch 2 cities. And so we really want to make sure the community of both cities, can talk to us. We understand there's, not in my backyard, they don't want to have that homeless out there. We understand that's out there, but I want to try to eliminate those myths. I really want to try to answer those questions. If you really have a concern and you really say, "Hey, I don't want homeless in my backyard," stop by. I'm not going to try to change. I want to change the way you're thinking, but I want to have a healthy debate. I want to have a healthy talk about it and hear why you have concerns or why someone else out there has concerns so that I can really talk about those issues with them.
And also part of that is there is a difference when you look at different areas as to what people are dealing with and what they're feeling about it.
And that's 100% correct. So the people of Scranton, right, when they come out, they're not just talking about Wilkes-Barre also, because their issues are a lot different when it comes to homelessness. And a good example of that is drugs is a big thing that affects homelessness. And so when we're talking about in Scranton, the big drugs that they're using is spice, and they're using, the synthetic drugs that are out there. But if I go down into Wilkes-Barre, it's more of the fentanyl, it's more of the opioid drugs. So there are 2 different drug issues that are going on in each area. Wow. So we really need to make sure that we're talking to the public about their specific area and really addressing the issues to there. So that's why you'll see that Scranton runs a little bit differently than Wilkes-Barre. And that's why we're doing the Real Talk in 2 different locations.
And you're also not only going to be on location, but social media.
Yes. So we realized that we wanted the public to, if you can't make it, right, and you're like, "You know what, I really want to see or you can't sleep at night, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and you want to see what's going on, we wanted to make sure that we could really reach out to the public and have them be experiencing it real life. And so we have it on FaceTime or through Facebook. We also are putting it on YouTube, so you can see it on YouTube. And then what we're doing a little bit differently this year that we tried to do last year that we actually perfected this year is that when someone comes to speak, so let's say if the President of the United States decides to come down and speak to us, that we can record it, cut that out, and then put it right onto our Facebook page so that they can go back and see those kind of things that are going on.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm giving you the camera. So you tell them, Justin, the when, the where, the why, and issue the invitation.
So I'm reaching out to all the community, all of you guys that are listening, on October 25th at 10 a.m. in Scranton at the courthouse. We'll be sitting out there where you have a big, huge, comfortable chair that you can sit in, that we're asking you to come out and talk to us. If you can't make it on the 25th, it's going to last 24 hours until October 26th at 10 a.m. So if you're a night owl and you want to come out at 2 in the morning, come on out and talk to us. If you're a morning person, come on out in the morning. But from 10 a.m. on the 25th to 10 a.m. on the 26th of October, we're going to be out there in Lackawanna's courthouse.
All right. And we certainly hope that you'll take the opportunity to log in, turn on, stop by, and join us again on Community and You.
Memberships are available at the Valley Country Club in Sugarloaf. The new upgrades will leave you with a distinctive and unique experience unlike any other venue in Northeast PA. Call Frank Gradis 570-233-5328. Email vccpro@thevalleycountryclub.com.
Struggling to get a good night's sleep? Then look no further. Grand Central is here to help. Grand Central Sealy experts will set you straight. When you buy your mattress at Grand Central, you can expect free delivery and setup, free removal of the old unit, and interest-free financing for up to 60 months. And of course, Grand Central's everyday low prices. Grand Central in Hazleton, helping you make your house a home.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the midday WYLN News update, posted between noon and 2 p.m. Powered by Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton, the all-new emergency room at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton is nearly double the size. Our updated facility features all private rooms, the latest technology, and a quicker, easier check-in process. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton, your partner in ER care.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hi everybody, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, it's a special show. Donnie Stefanisco from McAdoo, this is his third time on the show, but he was on the floor, couldn't move, and he sent me 50 patients once I got him better. What a great story. Make sure you tune in.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Justin Behrens is leading the way to wrap up this week's series. I'm very sad that we're already wrapping up the week with Justin Behrens, because this has been such an uplifting experience hearing your story. And now here you are, the CEO, Executive Director of Keystone Mission for how long?
3.5 years.
So here you went to the convention in 3.5 days, and now you're here 3.5 years. And you've made so many changes, and I know the biggest change that just happened. Tell everybody about that.
So we have the Transformation Center.
Yeah.
Remember when I first talked about in this series that we were talking about the pastor coming and wanting to have this homeless shelter.
Right.
And I told the board that I will fight tooth and nail to make this homeless shelter come to an existence. And I'll tell you, the 3.5 years being with Keystone Mission, I said to the board that we need to challenge the community. And I'm willing to spearhead that. I'm willing to put my name out there and really challenge. And when I mean challenge, it's not so much challenge the average day person living, listening to the show or whoever. It was challenging the agencies that work here and challenging the way that we do things here in northeastern Pennsylvania. And so I'm not in this job to make friends. I'm in this job to change lives. And so I always hang my ego coat up on the rack when I go into meetings and really work to change that person's life. And we worked 3.5 years to get this door to open up. I was blessed that the administration in Wilkes-Barre decided that they wanted to jump on board with this. And so we got this, not shelter, but transformation center. And that's very important. That was not a shelter. We're bringing 10 men that we're going to take off the street that have struggled, whether it's drug addiction, whether it's mental health, whether it's I can't hold a job, whether it's because I have a small crime attached to my record and I can't get a job. We're bringing them into our building and we're going to change their life. We're going to move them into a direction and move them in there with 24/7. It's going to take, we don't have a time limit of how it's going to take. As long as you're doing better and trying to get yourself moving in the right direction, we're going to invest our energy to get you where you need to go.
How are they doing this?
So they're going into the building and they're going through all these programs, right? And so when I mean programs, it's the programs of the community, right? It's agencies that are already doing it, are going through their program with us as cheerleaders in the background. And then when they come back into our doors, we're building that community model piece where we're bringing, okay, hey Liz, here's a church that has 5 individuals that want to help you. They want to be that new relationship. The men that come through our doors have nobody that they can say that they have to look back to that can help them out.
And they have to be open to this.
That is correct. So when they say, yeah, I'm on board, we give them 5 individuals that they can look up to and say, these are my peeps or my friends, right? And
My
so,
posse.
yeah, exactly. And so they come out and they build this relationship, and the love and compassion that goes on is what it's all about.
So how long are these men allowed or can stay in this transformation center?
Till they get back on their feet.
Really?
It's all about their transition, right? So you might have some that say, hey, I can do this in 6 months. You might say, hey, I can do this in a year. I can do this in 3 months. But it's going to take a group of people to make that decision. Keystone Mission, all the agencies that are working with them, the relationship they built with those individuals, those groups that are around them, and the individual themselves.
So they have to continue to work at this.
Yes.
It's not just like, okay, I stop by, say hi, I'm doing well. They have to see proof in the pudding.
I have a little cliche or kind of story there, but it's I give away free things, but everything that I have has a value behind it. So you're staying in our doors, living here, getting free food, all this kind of stuff, but there's value behind it. And the value is moving them into the right direction, putting the investment in time and energy in what they're doing. You know that old story, you feed them a fish,
Right,
if you teach them to fish, they'll last a lifetime.
Right.
It's really the same thing, right? We're teaching them, hey, this is how you're going to live. This is how you're going to go, and it'll last you the rest of your lifetime.
And here you are having such an impact on all of these lives. So if I were to ask you, Justin, there are probably people that are out there and they're saying, I don't know what to do. I don't know what direction to go. Maybe young people. What would be your advice? Because you come from so many different areas.
I would say
Look
this.
right there and tell them.
I would tell them this. Throughout your life, you're going to go through troubles and tribulations. Trials and tribulations are going to be throughout your whole time. But the best thing to do is you need to surround yourself with a group of people that you can trust and that will guide you in the right direction. Mine, personally, like I told you throughout this week, was my wife, my pastor, the people in my church. I built this relationship. It's tough in a world today to do anything alone and to do anything by yourself. You need to have a group of cheerleaders behind you. And you need to find those cheerleaders and work with them. Too many people get lost in the shuffle, in this hustle and rat race that we live in. So it's good to take time to slow yourself down, find those people, connect with them, build that relationship, and let them walk that path with you. Sometimes it's harder to do it by yourself and easier to do it with other people. So I find that relationship, find those people, and best yet, and I'll even put that plug out there, you can even call Keystone Mission if you're looking for help and just someone to talk to. I'll be there because I was in your shoes. If you're thinking about, hey, I'm depressed, I'm alone by myself, I was there, but I had people that I could reach out to. And I'll be out there to reach out. I may not even know who you are, but you could call and I'll be out there to talk to you.
Well, I think that is a wonderful opportunity for anyone to take because this man certainly has had a lot of experience. Justin, thank you.
Thank you.
It's been my pleasure to have Justin Behrens with me this week on Leading the Way. And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next right here on WYLN TV.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.